So one of the things that I need to do to this body is plug these holes. I've got the two driver and the passenger side taillights, and then the fuel filler where the fuel filler was in the old car. So that's going to be my project for the day. What I'm going to do is come along here and bevel this edge so that when I fiberglass to the back end of it, it'll have a nice large surface area to bite to, and it kind of sandwiches it in between and makes it a super strong part that won't separate. And we're going to do that, and then I'll show you in just a minute how I'll plan to do that. Other than a drill, this is probably my favorite tool, power tool at least. It's an angle grinder. You can cut, grind, and then this is a flap disc. I really like this for cleaning metal. Helps to clean metal before you weld. But what we're going to use it today is to grind the bevel around these holes so that we have more bite for that fiberglass really to adhere to. What I didn't realize until I started grinding was that they had built up a lip for the PT Cruiser taillights to fit, actually, or I guess sit at the right angle. So when I started grinding that away, I realized I was going to have to take off quite a bit of material. So what I'm going to do is kind of flatten it out and clean it up with a little bit of 60 grit on the sanding disc. Just one more note on these angle grinders. I've had the cheap ones, I get them from Harbor Freight, that you click on and off. This, it's called the professional model, is way superior. I don't know how much more it costs. It may be 20 instead of 10, but it's definitely worth it. It has the switch. I don't have it plugged in right now, but the hand operated switch makes it so much easier to kind of move from one thing to another. You don't have to keep clicking on and off, and it's also safer because once you let go, it turns off. So once you get all it sanded, you need to get all this dust out before we do anything else. So there's several ways to do this. I use my air compressor. If you don't have an air compressor, you could get creative. Use a leaf blower, pretty much anything. Stop back, anything to just get all this dust off. So here we go. Okay, now, so what we're wanting to do is create something that will hold the fiberglass on the front side of this so that when you place it on the back side, it doesn't just fall through. What I like to use is, first we're going to use a layer of wax paper. I'm going to lay that on there, and then this is a fiberglass reinforced panel, FRP. You can get it at Lowe's, Home Depot, anywhere. It's super cheap. We'll kind of cut it to a similar shape. I use these self-tapping screws, which are easy. They leave a small hole, so they're easy to go back and fill later. We're gonna drill those in, and it'll really conform to this kind of complex shape. It's very flexible, but it's rigid enough that it's going to hold the shape and not be wavy. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right, so now's our time when we're going to start preparing to go ahead and start fiberglassing. Dollar Tree is your friend because you're going to want a pair of scissors that you're not going to use anymore. Or at least you'll just keep and use just for fiberglass. You want some plastic spoons, some plastic cups to mix your resin in, and let's see, and the chip brushes they have there are great because we're going to just brush it on the resin to saturate the fiberglass. So I think we have everything we need. I'm going to go ahead and cut my glass pieces and already have them ready so I can just lay them on. Don't have to mess with that when I already have my hands all dirty with fiberglass resin, because it'll make it a really big mess otherwise. So let's get started. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Put about 7 layers on each side. I'm gonna let it set up and dry, and then tomorrow we'll take the other side off, and I'm gonna put a skim coat of fiberglass reinforced Bondo, that fiberglass fiber jelly or whatever it's called, and then smooth that out, and then it'll be just a really light thin coat of Bondo to get the final smoothness done, and it will be finished. So this is after maybe 3 layers of the fiberglass reinforced Bondo, and then 1 layer of just normal Bondo. There's still some little low spots, but since I'm gonna have to do body work on the whole panel once it's mounted anyway, I'm not too worried about it. I'll go over it then, but that's basically how you're gonna fill large holes, or that's at least the way I do it. Doesn't take too long, and makes a really sturdy repair, and it'll look really nice once it's finished. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. I come out with videos pretty frequently. Hope you enjoyed seeing this, and I have other projects that I'm working on, including a 71 International Travelall, and then I have a VW based kit car called the Fiberfab Aztec GT. If you want to see those, I have those videos as well.